Hello, and I'm Chris Hyde, and I'm here with the lovely Adam Cook, and we are here to talk in a preview sense about Balan Wonderworld.
Well,
Now,
well, in a demo sense, in a demo
in a
sense,
demo sense, so
yeah,
apologies. Now I will confess straight up in this conversation that I know very little about this game. So
yeah, but you
part of
wouldn't
this is
be
going to be
alone.
a fact-finding mission for me. So,
You wouldn't be alone. I feel like everyone I speak to is like, sorry, what? What game's that? And
mm,
and I feel so. Basically, this is by Yuji Naka, who is and his team, who basically were the lead designers on the original Sonic the Hedgehog game. They were Sonic
yeah,
team.
yeah,
So to me, maybe I've got more of a reverence for Sonic than others. But when I hear that the guy who designed Sonic games, the Sonic games, the formative Sonic games, the the ones playing the youth, is making
yeah,
a new game for a new publisher and a new IP, I'm like, okay, I want to know what this is because wow, come on, this is the Sonic guy, and
yeah.
nobody seems to be. I don't know, but they're releasing a demo of this game, and we've been given access to it early, so I've been playing it. So this video will be going out just before that demo goes live, and the demo's coming on everything, like literally everything. Stadia, I don't know about Stadia actually, Switch, PC, and I think that's interesting because Square Enix are also doing this with that game Outriders, which is another new IP from another developer, People Can Fly, who made Bulletstorm. It's interesting that Square are like, hey, we know these are new IP, we need you to... We accept you want to have a go on them before you spend money on them. I'm not sure that for Balan Wonderworld that may actually backfire.
Right. I think we need some more details on why that is the case.
So, 3D platformers are a very interesting genre. You kind of have the pinnacle of them, which would be the Mario games, and then you don't have ones that are awful, but you have ones that don't get things right that other people do, like the camera, like that sort of stuff. Now, this is a demo, but this is the demo that they're going to be releasing to the public.
Yeah.
It's really strange because the visuals and the kind of idea are glorious, and it's just so creative and lovely. Like, there's this weird character who I presume is called Balan, and he's like got these worlds, and each act of the game you're kind of playing through a mini story. Like Act 1 is the man, I forget what it's called now, it's like the man who rages at the storm, and essentially the bad version of Balan, who's like the dark Balan, comes along, and the bloke's like a corn farmer, or just a farmer, but he's showing him doing his cornfields, and Balan storms it and destroys it all, so he's angry, and you go through these then 3D worlds. Now they're kind of easy, like they're kind of really low. I mean, like there's the stick to control your movement, and every other button does your action, and that's it from what I've seen.
Right. Okay.
So you start off as kind of just your avatar that you can pick. There's like female or male ones, different skin tones, and that's about it. Again, that's the demo, and then you play through these worlds, and you find keys hidden about which unlock outfits. They're also hidden about, and the outfits change what your action button does. So one outfit, for example, turns you into like a dinosaur type thing that you can shoot fire out, sort of, not like blue flames, or hold it to do like a charged attack, but you then can't jump because that character can't jump. There's a rabbit that you can jump and hold the jump button, and it sort of, he runs in the air, and it makes him a longer jump, like kind of a Luigi jump. There's like a pig outfit where you jump and then you press the button again and you sort of smash it. There's a ground pound.
Okay.
And what that equates to, it felt to me like they were going for an Mario Odyssey kind of vibe, where each suit is like Cappy's capture thing.
It's a new kind of takeover. Yeah.
The problem for me is that, so switching between these suits, on the controller you use the LB and RB, but each one of them is animated, so it isn't instant. You've got in the top left corner, you've got your suits, and you flip between the suits, and each one, so if you want to get to the middle one, you have to go through another one to get to it. So it animates that in, he spins around, oh, I'm in the suit, spins around again, oh, I'm in the suit, and till you get to the right one. And also you can only have 3 at a time, and there's a lot more than 3. But it does seem to have one around if it's one you need to progress. And that's like a minor issue that I think is, again, they might have, it's not out for another couple of months, but it's a bit of a, it's it's one of those where the designer has sort of thought, oh no, but look at how amazing it looks. We're so good. But in terms of a game playing aspect, it's like, no, you're wasting my time. I've seen the suit change. I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I guess it breaks the flow,
yeah,
right?
Because you literally stand still, spin around, and that's a minor problem. And the difficulty, like there's a few different levels on show. One of the biggest problems currently, from what I've seen of this demo build, is the camera is not great. It's and that's. I mean, again, it's difficult to tell in the flow of the game. Is this how the world layout is for you to access levels? It's a bit peculiar. I find some the older games, like older open world games, when you're in a car and you're looking at the sort of behind the vehicle thing, I'm one of those that I always have to flick the stick slightly because it never feels quite right, the angle. But now modern games have fixed that and they sort of included a better angle. This feels like it's never quite in the right place, and it feels like it doesn't like it when you get in close areas and the camera will come in too close and you go transparent.
Yeah, see, that kind of thing really irritates me. I feel like, because I feel like it's not a new problem to overcome.
This is
you either don't have small spaces because your camera can't cope with them, or you figure out a solution so that your camera flows around better in those small spaces. You don't have a situation where it just zooms in and you can see through the characters or whatever. That's not a solution.
For better or for worse, and there will be some that will go, oh, and there will be some that will go, oh god. This very much reminds me of Sonic Adventure, the Dreamcast kind of open worldy Sonic. I did like that game when it came out. I wouldn't want to play it now. What I will say is that Balan Wonderworld has like character in spades. Like it's so. I mean, it's. I don't know if it's going to have like a Western translation because the demo seemed to be all Japanese, and there's songs in it and everything that I don't think you would translate, and I don't think they would work if you translated them. There's also really weird quick time events. Like you collect a thing and it goes. I think, what was it called, like Balan moment or something, and all of a sudden Balan's like, it's a cutscene and it's like a shadow of him in a pose will cross the screen and you have to hit the action button when the shadow matches him. So but it's really easy. And then there's another version in the same mode where basically loads of shadows will appear and you have to hammer the button, and again and then there's like you get extra, like the collectible stuff you're collecting, you get extra of those if you get it right. But again, it's like it's colourful and it's pretty, but like the second time I did it, I was like, is this it? This needs to vary this up because it's almost the same scene. And then just to close things out, there's boss fights in them, and they're what you'd expect from a sort of a 3D platformer. The first world boss it's all right. Like it's again fairly simple. You hit him a few times, it kills him.
Most first world bosses are simple though, aren't they?
This is the thing. Like, there's definitely depth to the game, and the thing is, I'm still interested. I want to see the flow of it, but what I'm concerned about is like the camera, and I say the kind of, I want to get to that suit, and also I think in a 3D platformer, I wonder why they went with the decision that, for example, the A button could have always been jump, and then the B button was the suit action.
Yeah, that surprises me that jump isn't its own button in a platformer.
Well, no, you can't jump in some of the suits at all, which is why you're walking around this world and you're like, oh, I want to get those collectibles that are on that rock, so I need to change. It's like, okay, we'll watch the animation. Okay, now I'm up here, I want to smash those other rocks because I know they'll have collectibles in them. Okay, so I change to the dragon so I can spit fire to smash them up. There's even a suit in there that's like, I forget which world it is in Mario Odyssey, but the one where you like a spring, it raises up high and you flip up over.
Yeah.
That's even in this Act 1. There's like there's one that lets you sort of make yourself higher, and then you can almost jump over platforms. Look, the influences are clear. And what I will say is that I was concerned at first. It looked like it was going to be Nights into Dreams, and it's nothing. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's not that kind of game. It is a 3D platformer. I will be interested to see the final version of this game, or a bigger preview build, perhaps. But for now, my expectations have been firmly tempered by the demo. I still want to see... It's still a Yuji Naka game. It's still the people who made Sonic. I still want to see what the final product is. I massively commend Square Enix for putting this demo out so people can play it before they buy it. I think for them, it may backfire, though. I think people will play this, and I think if you did have like if you were like me and you're like, oh, it's by that team, you may then go, huh, okay, maybe later. You know, we'll see. We will see. For now,
and I suppose there will be some people, I guess, just to counter that, there'll be some people that would be like, they might play the demo and go, actually, I'm not too bothered by the things we've mentioned. That
I would be surprised if the camera issues weren't something people picked up on. I would say, if you're watching, well, you are watching this if you can hear our voices, I would love to know what you think of the demo, because when this video comes out, literally tomorrow, you'll be able to play the demo. I would really like to hear people, like we don't often like, oh, put it in the comments. I really want to know what other people think of this game. I especially would love to hear if you played like the creators' previous games, or what you were expecting and how you feel about it. I would genuinely, please, we don't like beg for comments, but I really want to hear what people think of this demo. So do in the comments below, stick it down there for us. Okay, great. So if you liked this and like this content, then please do click subscribe. Click the bell so you don't miss any other of our videos, and go and give us a read on godisageek.com. Thank you for your time. Speak to you later.